the repercussions will be enormous. Venerable entertainment lawyer Bruce Ramer, of Gantire Ramer Brown and Passman, tells Variety that the shuttering of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting will have deep impact on public media across the country. The public system as a whole can't survive without the infusion of monies from federal government that come via at the CPB, said Ramer, who spent 16 years on the 9-member board that oversees the CPB. He served numerous terms as chairman. Ramer's response came as word spread that the independent agency will cease operations in September. Now that the Trump administration has successfully stripped CPB of its funding and clawed back $1.1 billion already dispersed for 2026 and 2027, the CPB disclosed Friday that it is winding down after nearly 60 years as an independent entity. Despite the extraordinary efforts of millions of Americans who called, wrote, and petitioned Congress to preserve federal funding for CPB, we now face the difficult reality of closing our operations, CPB President and CEO Patricia Harrison said in a statement. The CPB is based in the heart of Washington, D.C., and it has about 100 employees. In 2024, the Biden administration appropriated about $525 million in funds for the CPB to allocate among public radio and TV stations, including affiliates of NPR and PBS, as well as wholly independent outlets. Ramer pointed to Marfa Public Radio, an outlet that serves a region southwest of San Antonio, near the Mexico border. In times of natural disaster, Marfa Public Radio has often been the only outlet available to serve residents with vital news and emergency information. I fell in love with this station, Ramer said. They were able to stay on the air when others weren't. But with the CPB funds that have been rescinded, the fate of such stations is very much in doubt. The CPB dollars are the seed money that allows stations to execute more elaborate fundraising efforts from the general public. This is as established as scientific fact. Money feeds broadcasting, Ramer said. The system will not function without priming the pump. The dismantling of the CPB is personally hard for Ramer to watch, given his investment of time and energy at the CPB. He was nominated to the board by 3 presidents, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and finally Donald Trump in 2020. CPB board members are approved by Congress. 5 of the 9 board members, including the chair, are typically aligned with the incumbent administration in terms of political affiliation. But Ramer stressed that CPB leaders for decades have prided themselves on keeping politics outside of their decision-making. In fact, the CPB structure was established by Congress in 1967 as a means of putting some distance between its work and the politicians who vote on the annual congressional budget allocation. There's a saying that CPB is the wall that gets punched on both sides. But it works, Ramer said. He noted that most countries and all major democracies have some form of public media funding in place. What's more, the CPB went out of its way to stay out of specific editorial decisions. Grants are made to stations and producers more so than to support specific shows or productions. But CPB seed money has been crucial in supporting most major PBS franchises, from Sesame Street to Masterpiece Theater to PBS NewsHour. Some CPB monies are designated specifically to support community building and audience outreach events, Ramer added.